Okay, this is on ASBOLUS. It's September the 20th, and this is Koji. ASBOLUS is a small celestial object which a Centaur, an orbit crosser, one of these who cross through many different layers of celestial sphere, comes as close as 7 times the distance from Earth to the Sun. Jupiter is about 5 times as far away, and goes out to 29 times that distance from the Sun to Earth, AU called astronomical units. Just shy of Pluto and Neptune, who go out to about that range of, or come into about that range of 30. So just touching on that world of Neptune and Pluto and bringing that frequency in through Saturn's sphere and Uranus, through Uranus and Saturn's sphere into a close range of Jupiter, that social realm of connection of energies manifesting. Jupiter and Saturn are both very much about the society, truth and justice as the two big words, law and order on the other side. Neptune and Pluto, that's transpersonal, and bringing that energy in through Saturn's sphere, through Uranus sphere. I keep saying it wrong again. So Uranus, you see us here. Uranus, which is a level of breaking through wheels, of going a step further into the new, and then also amalgamating it with what already is and strengthening it. So that's a very interesting way to look at little planets who cross orbits, which spheres they touch, which forces they integrate. So what is particular about ASBOLUS, it is crossing the Galactic Center 5 times as seen from Earth between August 21 and April 2023. Now ASBOLUS is the seer, the prophet, is very interested in secretive and hidden agendas. It's attracted to mysteries and riddles. I like to call it Sherlock Holmes. It very much resonates with that interest in deep and dark and mysterious things of wanting to uncover. So this is, I find, extremely important, interesting that this planet is getting additional firepower through these 2 years. That's really what the connection with the Galactic Center is. It is getting that higher intelligence throbbing through it, expressing through it, that higher intelligence from the universe, from celestial higher sources, other civilizations. It brings that galactic frequency in of all the forces out there interested in the outcome here on planet Earth. There's one particular thing that if you go back to this image, the axis, the longer axis and the shorter axis, and this is rare, are in the proportion of the golden means. So there's a perfect resonance here, which implies that ASBOLUS is allowing us to perceive underlying order and harmony, to see through the layers and realize why things are the way they are and how they have gotten there. So it is that quality of the seer, the prophet, which is tapping in to a harmony, a perceiving the underlying order. So that's why this is such an important time here as seen from ASBOLUS' point of view. And again, I want to reiterate that. It is not just ASBOLUS, it is not just a single moment in time, it is the whole mechanics of all the different important moments locking into each other. However, each of these moments has a fractal power, it reflects the whole. So in each of these important charts we really can see the bigger story shining through. So let's just get started with this one here, which is the first of these 5 oppositions. Sorry, I keep saying it wrong. Of ASBOLUS here at 2709 and 2709 in Sag, even though it doesn't appear here in my graph. This is where the Galactic Center hides. The hub around which all stars we can see in the night sky are rotating around all the star systems, because everything we can see in our night skies by bare eye are stars from our local universe. The only object really which is far more distant than our own galactic neighbors is Andromeda Galaxy, which you can see as a faint nebula if you know where to look. And that is the closest, our neighbor galaxy, which is about, I guess, 1.5 million light years away or something. So, in other words, the Galactic Center is really the supreme center of our universe, of our local universe. So that's why this is so important, this alignment. BNR is approaching here too. BNR will cross this line too over the next year or two. BNR, the strong man, which stands for, let me just look here on my paper, free spirit, is unusual, exuberant, in for expansion, generous and compassionate. So it's that image I get of the sovereign human who is in his power, in her power, and expressing that. And BNR, as you remember, was very strongly placed in a very similar place in the in Earth's aphelion chart of July the 4th or the 5th, which, as I mentioned several times, you should go back to that video. That's where the stage was set for the next 6 months, really. That's how powerful that moment is, when Earth and Sun are at their extreme points to each other, when the energy shifts from outgoing to ingoing, if you want. It's kind of that moment at the top of the breath or at the very low bottom, just after you have fully exhaled, before you inhale again. That is a critical moment. Those of you who do breath work know that this is a sacred moment of recalibration. So anyway, the long and short, this is that first episode, which lasts from August 11 into November 13, I guess, something like that. Yes, that's when then by retrogression ASBOLUS will be the second time exactly on that spot here. So anyway, this first chart, but before we go there, let's just look at the base chart here, the discovery chart for ASBOLUS for a moment, which is very revealing in the sense of what I already told you, of the investigative and interested in the mystery and the hidden aspects of reality. First, what stands out naturally is Neptune and Uranus here right at the ascendant. 27 degrees, for those of you who watched my previous video, 27 again is degree, which is supercharged because it always makes an aspect of the galactic center at 27 degrees Sagittarius. The present full moon is in that 27 degree axis from 27 degrees Virgo, where the sun is, to 27 degrees Pisces. So whenever 27 comes in, you have to think galactic center, and you have to think of that connection to higher frequencies. With Neptune, Uranus, and Hygeia here, yes, I guess this is again a kind of a hint that it's about finding the truth behind all the mirrors and reflections. Hygeia, well-being and health. In that sense, health in a kind of a more allegoric way is having all the right information, I would say, being in the right place at the right time. Interesting in this chart is the moon conjunct Pallas and the black moon, even more so, just the black moon and Pallas, which is the wisdom of the dark. Very simple. The moon is interested in that, in Gemini. In that sense, Gemini being the sign of thinking, of organizing thought, of argument, of digging through many ways of seeing things, which can be kind of what's the word here, causing confusion on one side, but it is a phase to go through. Sedna here at the bottom of the chart, again it's the mysterious alien worlds which we are getting deeper into. The sun in conjunction with Eris. Eris, a very important addition to our astrological picture, is the feminine force which challenges the status quo to find a recalibration, challenging the order, challenging all things which are half thought through, which we are pushed to look at the whole picture, creating actually that conflict at first, bringing it out into the open so it can be, so the forces can clash with each other. That's kind of the Aries force at the third house cusp. Yes, very interesting, very the Gemini energy here again coming in. It's about recognition, what is. This is maybe the most simple way of saying what Gemini is about, recognition of our world and understanding the different layers and also communicating, sharing it, very important. So this is in itself a powerful chart. So with the big trine here, Sun, Mars and Jupiter, it's very action oriented. Arrokoth comes in here too. Arrokoth is all about seeing the big picture here with Jupiter close to the galactic, the great attractor. So this chart in itself shows the power of this little body, and if we now go back to the first touch of the Galactic Center in August, naturally what stands out is Nessus here with Okiroi here at the Ascendant. A combination we have been talking about before. Nessus, the pathological expressions in our world are amplified by Okiroi and brought really into the in the forefront of our eyes. We cannot ignore it any longer. the Mars Hygeia conjunction again here. Hygeia seems to be playing a role over and again in our present times. Again, health, well-being is the main expression of Hygeia, but also to find that place of being at the right point at the right time. Health in that sense, that's what it implies, because health is a natural thing if we do the right thing, if we care for our bodies, if we are having that loving relationship and doing and supporting nature. That's basically what it is. I mean, yeah, our immune system has allowed us to survive for millions of years, probably, if we look into the extended history of our planet. It's kind of laughable that one would even think to put in something artificial into our body to enhance that natural ability of ours. It's really we have really been tricked into doing something which goes totally against nature, and naturally you have been slowly primed to that point, build up, kind of sidetracked by all the noise which has been building over a long time, and then the fear and whatnot. But that's really where we have to get back to. That's an indication, fighting for health, for that wholeness of nature. Mercury in the last degree here, the planet of highest degree in that sense, and again, and in opposition to Jupiter. This is an accelerating discussion, I would call it. Fight for truth, for exposure of the right way of seeing things. T-squaring here, the black moon and Setna naturally again. These always seem to be coming into a major focus of whatever is going on in our present times. Again, that is that dark mystery which has to be uncovered and brought light into. That was also the time when Juno was at the south node, which, I mean, August 11, those of you who can think back, that was just a few days after that powerful new moon in Leo on the 8th of the 8th month on Lionsgate, which really initiated a whole new level of energy. So anyway, that was the first touch of bringing light into the dark of ASBOLUS. Intention was set to expose darkness and the whole amplify it at first, just fire it up a few notches, so hopefully soon everybody can see it. Now if you go to this upcoming one in November, that it's just a little I thought that was just really interesting to see how the next phase will be in that unveiling. Again, Sun and Mercury here, central here at the 4th house cusp, together with Mars and Deucalion building the foundations for a new reality, so to say. It's like the Noah's message to build something for the future. So there's lots of groundwork which still has to be done. Then it's a building of the narrative. I found that very interesting, that global ascendant in that sense, as Greenwich is if we shrink down Earth to one point, that's the best place to look at. It's just again basis on on experience. I have used so many charts for Greenwich. They always seem to really show what's going on right now, or in whatever moment we look at. That is happens to be President Trump's ascendant and descendant. So okay, November. There has been a few other charts which were indicating that there's something going on. I am expecting him to be back by late November, to say that much at this point. Interesting, also the number here, 1133. There's always so many levels of looking at charts, which is power numbers in itself. The moon conjunct Neptune. Okay, it just says we're in the middle of it. The show is not over yet. It's just still multi-layered and complex, and interesting that the American nation's Arrokoth is here in this degree. I have mentioned that before. That's very important, actually. 2130. Opposing their natal Neptune here at 2225. So this is it's an interesting little side story, that it seems the American nation is the first one to fully wake up, which I guess we see already happening. It is probably it's clear. I mean, we have said it many times here. They have been breaking the ground in the last 5 years of inviting and receiving much more people into that inner circle of knowing through all which has been revealed already, and how it has been done. So naturally President Trump was a major player here in this energy expansion, with Regulus at the ascendant. Regulus, the very fast spinning star, very close to the ecliptic, the plane where the sun is circling through the sky. So that is the most kind of energized layer through the night sky, where the sun proposedly will move through the year. Regulus is one of the brightest stars in the sky, and it in the constellation of Leonis, Leo, the lion. It is the heart of the lion. So it's really that power of heart energy which comes through here too, which spins very fast. Regulus spins so fast that its diameter at its poles is 1/3 less than its diameter and at its equator. If it would just spin 10% faster, it would fly apart. A powerful vortex in space, very much ringing with Jupiter, who is the expression in our solar system of that very fast spinning energy. Jupiter being the biggest planet in our solar system, and spinning so fast once every 10 hours around itself, also has that extremely strong radial momentum. It actually contains over 60% of our whole solar system's radial momentum, circular momentum, which is all about change, constant readaptation to a new direction. So yeah, there's lots and lots going on in this chart again. So this is upcoming. So again, yeah, we're looking at the bigger picture here over many months into late January. So this is a steady build up, but it's getting super exciting. I guess everybody can see that. So anyway, that was just a short one on ASBOLUS, which is so important right now and in the coming 2 years, as that, I say it again, the Sherlock Holmes has come to life. We wanna know the truth, and we dig down to it. We uncover all the evidence and build the trail which leads then to be presented in court. So those who have done wrong will be brought to justice, and that is the deeper aim here, to, as it says in that line, the ability to perceive underlying order and harmony. That's what the highest goal is of that little planet to bring into our consciousness. Thank you again. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like, even share it. That would be sweet. Till next time.